Yes, guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to the show. Hope everyone's doing well. Guys, this is my Liverpool Arsenal match reaction. I did a reaction last night, obviously, straight after the game, but for a few hours to sleep on it now. And we're going to talk about my views one on one, guys. Just me and you guys for an hour talking about the game. We're going to dissect the game, talk about it. Big up to everyone who commented yesterday on the channel as well on the video yesterday. I do appreciate it. I just want to get a couple of things out of the way with first, yeah. I just want to get a couple of things out of the way with first. My views on anything to do with Liverpool Football Club are just my views on it, right? What I don't understand is don't understand is that people say I'm negative, I'm a moaner, we're still top of the league and all this stuff, yeah. And it weren't too much in it. We lost against Arsenal. Let's just move on while we're talking about it, sort of thing. It's like, well, I don't accept defeat just like that. Maybe some of you can. I don't accept defeat like that, and I don't understand why we just like, oh, we lost. Let's move on. Let's talk about the next one. Yeah, that's all good and all that, but you are allowed to dissect the game. Why are you not allowed to dissect the game? Why are people so? Why are some fans now just so irritated if you decide you're going to dissect a game of football and talk about some things in the game and people just moan about? I don't get it. I really, really don't understand it. What are we just meant to just go, all right, Liverpool lost, let's move on? Is that all a match review's got to be now? So if Liverpool lose the game, all we have to do in a match review now to please some people is just go, oh, we lost. Right, okay. Nothing to talk about. It was just a loss, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to chat about here. Nothing to dissect. The almighty Jurgen Klopp took us to a loss. Don't worry about that. Let's move on to the next game. Smile on your face. Everyone smile. Everyone smile. Carry on. Go about yourself. Let's go to the next game. Don't worry about it. We just took a loss. Let's move on. That's what people want as a match reaction. That's what people want as a match reaction now. Because they're so, they don't want to talk about it. They don't, oh, you're going too over the top with some of your views. How was it Klopp's fault that we had mistakes in the game? How was it Trent's fault? Trent's been one of the best right backs in the world. You don't want him to play right back anymore. Or you're just one of them typical Liverpool fans. Oh, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's not dissect it. Let's not talk about that. We got smashed around the park by Arsenal, yeah? Let's not talk about it. So these fans that don't want to talk about it, don't listen. All right? Because you're not going to like what I say today. Let's not talk about why we got destroyed by Arsenal. Let's not talk about why we got outplayed. Let's not talk about why we couldn't string two passes together. Let's not talk about why some players are playing out of position. Let's not talk about certain players in our team that haven't got an identity. Should we not talk about that? Should we just leave it? Because we're top of the league. Woo! We're top of the league. Bouncy, bounce. Let's go, guys. We're top. We're top. We're top. As the season finished. As the season finished, let me just have a check. I just need to check if the season's finished, guys. I need to check. Let me just check, see if the season's finished. Hang on, where is it? It's the 5th of February. No, the season finishes in May. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. Now, it's just my opinion. I just don't get it. I don't. If you're positive, I got told I was too positive. So the other day, I got told I was too positive and too upbeat about the Liverpool Arsenal game. And then yesterday, I got told I was too negative over a loss. I don't know where to sit. I don't know where to sit, man. Where do I sit on the table of positivity about Liverpool fans? What are we meant to do? You can't criticise Jurgen Klopp for anything at all. You can't criticise Trent Alexander-Arnold for anything at all. I criticised the mistakes we made yesterday because they deserve criticism. Yeah, I said Alisson hasn't been. I don't think he's world-class best this season compared to last year. But you're not allowed to have these points because we're top. I'm glad we're top of the league, by the way. I'm really happy we're top of the league. But Man City got 2 games in hand. If they win both games in hand, they're top of the league. What we saying then? Like literally, what we saying then? What do we say then? Because if Man City win both their games in hand, which they might do, these are all ifs and buts. But if they win their 2 games in hand, because we got destroyed by Arsenal, what are we saying then? Woo, we're second. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, it's just mad to me. It's mad to me that we can't have proper adult discussions around here, guys. It just makes no sense to me. I just want to have an adult football discussion with adults. What is wrong with that? Yeah? Well, I don't get it. But big up to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Cheers to everyone in the chat. Don't forget to go and hit the like, go and smash the subscribe. You know what to do around here. Do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's talk about it. So obviously Liverpool lost 3-1 to Arsenal yesterday. And when I was doing my match preview on Saturday evening with K-Mac, we're doing my match preview Saturday evening, and while we're doing the match preview, we're actually picking the side that we wanted to go and play against Arsenal. And we're picking our side. Then news came in as we're picking our side that Szoboszlai, sorry, my train of thought went there. Szoboszlai was not travelling to London. We don't know why to this day. I still don't know why, to be fair. I don't know what's the matter with Szoboszlai. But Szoboszlai didn't travel to London. So that threw us off a little bit. Because we got Wataru Endo returns today. Oh, you know it's coming in the next video. Wataru Endo is coming back today. So they weren't available yesterday, and other players weren't available. So it is what it is. And we said on that match preview, I hope Jurgen Klopp doesn't do the lazy thing and just put Gravenberch in for Szoboszlai. Because for me, that's the lazy choice to do. And as it happened, Gravenberch played instead of Szoboszlai. Now, my issue with that is that Conor Bradley, for Conor Bradley, his dad obviously passed away, weren't part of the match day squad. But for me, if that weren't the case, I think Conor Bradley would have stayed at right back. But obviously, Conor Bradley weren't part of the squad. So Trent had to play right back. Just the way it is, yeah. Trent had to play right back. But our whole right side of our team was lopsided. So we had Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right at right back. We had Gravenberch on the right side of midfield, and we had Gakpo playing. And we had Cody Gakpo playing right wing. So Cody Gakpo right wing, Gravenberch on the right side of midfield 3, and Trent at right back who has trouble defending. And then we're asking Gakpo, not Gakpo, sorry. We're asking Szoboszlai, not Szoboszlai either. We're asking Gravenberch, who we haven't seen yet be a good defender in our team, asked to slot in the defensive areas of the pitch when Trent goes forward. And when I said the team was he picked a bad team yesterday, where I said my whole thing is Klopp picked a bad team yesterday. The team sheet was terrible. People was like, nah. No. What do you mean? He picked a terrible side. The team sheet was wrong. As I said, the Gravenberch pick for Szoboszlai was a lazy pick for me. And this is the first time I criticised anything about Jurgen Klopp all season, and we're in February. So I don't want people to come at me, oh, Jamie's just having a go at Klopp. Oh, you're getting your way, he's leaving at the end of the season. I don't want to hear any of that immature bullshit. Yeah? I don't want to hear any of that immature bullshit. Because I'm sure Man United fans at times questioned an Alex Ferguson team if they lost and stuff like that, even though he's their greatest ever manager. I'm sure you're allowed to do this, yeah? So he picked the wrong lineup. Basically admitted it after the game in a way. Criticised Trent, who I was criticising yesterday, and Klopp's criticised him now. So are we allowed to just talk now and carry on and pretend that we are allowed? Yeah. I hate the immaturity in some football fans. It drives me mad. Big up Kenny Fan TV. Hope you're doing well, man. Big up Ira. Big up Frank. Hope you're all doing good. He's all in the house. Hope everyone's doing good, man. You know, I think he said he took Klopp off. I think he said he took Trent off for tactical reasons. People asking in the chat. You're asking Gravenberch, and we're Liverpool fans. We've been watching Liverpool all season, right? Let's have a frank discussion here, yeah? What's our main thing about being about Gravenberch this season? Yeah? What's been the main thing about Gravenberch this season? He looks a little lazy. Now, I don't think he is lazy personally. I just think he's a laid-back footballer. Yeah, I don't think he's lazy. I just think he's a bit too laid back at times. But he's not great in a defensive situation. Do we all agree with that? Like Gravenberch as a defensive midfielder is not the best. I think we can all agree with that. So, when Gravenberch usually plays for Liverpool, he plays on the left of a midfield three. Because he usually plays instead of Curtis Jones. When Gravenberch plays, he's usually instead of Curtis Jones. So he plays on the left of a midfield three. But yesterday, he played on the right of a midfield three, where we've not really seen him much in that position. It's usually in the middle or the left that he's played really, or a bit more advanced. And then Trent's playing right back. If we know anything, Trent is going to bomb forward in that right back area because that's what he does. He gets forward, he bombs forward in that right back areas because he wants to be on the ball and try and create. So be in more advanced positions up the pitch, meaning we're going to have a gap. That means the midfielder that's playing on the right-hand side has to go and cover for Trent's position when he's not there. I did not see once yesterday Gravenberch stepping in to Trent's position when Trent was getting forward. Did anyone else? Because I didn't. Never saw it once. And because of this, we were bullied in midfield. I said it in my preview and I'm going to say it again. As soon as I found out Szoboszlai wasn't able to play this game, I said I changed my whole lineup and I said, right, put Joe Gomez at right back, put Robbo in at left back where he plays anyway, go with Konaté and Van Dijk in the mid as the two centre backs, and then play Alexander-Arnold and Kevin and Alexis McAllister as your double pivot in midfield. Because you've got to get hold of the ball. We all know what Arsenal do at the Emirates. They press the life out of you for the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of a game. They are fully at you for the first half hour, pressing you to death, passing the ball, passing you off the pitch. That is what they do. And if you're 0-0 after half hour, Arsenal start to lose hope and they start to give up a little bit. And then you can play your game and get into the match. It's what you do. Everyone knows this. But what we did, we decided to play Gravenberch, who ain't great defensively, play Trent, who's not great defensively, and play Cody Gakpo right wing when he's a left winger. So your whole right side of your team is off centre. It's just not got no balance in an attacking sense and a defensive sense. So our midfield is wide open, completely wide open. So we've got Paul McAllister, who's sitting in the middle of midfield, completely on his tit, on his own, no one around him. You've got Curtis Jones who's trying. You've got Gravenberch who's just lost in this whole where he's meant to be on the pitch scenario. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just looks completely bamboozled and lost by it all. You've got Trent who thinks he's a right winger. And you've got all these gaps around the pitch, and you've got no one who's getting their foot on the ball. And you've got no one who's getting their foot on the ball. And that's the issue for me in that first half. Now, the second half, if you want, Klopp obviously, by the way, I think Klopp realised the mistake during the game because him and Pep Linders were trying to get Curtis Jones to come inside. They were trying to get instructions over to Curtis Jones throughout the rest of that first half to come and sit in next to McAllister, but they couldn't get their instructions over. That's why at half time, when Liverpool came out in the second half, we played 4-2-3-1. We played Curtis Jones and McAllister as a double pivot. And guess what? Liverpool got on the ball in the second half. Liverpool started to make more chances for themselves in the second half. The second half was lost due to individual mistakes. That's where the second half was lost. But I'm looking at the first half as all. Yeah, that first half of football for me, from a Liverpool point of view, wasn't good enough away from home against a team you know what they're going to do. Yeah, if Liverpool could have been 0-0 at half time, I would have been right. We're going to win this game, because Arsenal sort of lose a bit of steam, especially if they've not scored in that, in the way they play in first halves of football. They lose a bit of steam and a bit of focus. You see that as soon as Liverpool started the second half, by the way, because Liverpool got that own goal from Gabriel. But I'm going to get on to Arsenal's defenders in a minute, because these Arsenal fans make up so much bullshit. Gabriel, own goal actually came off his hand. It should have actually been a handball and a penalty and a red card, but that's another. We ain't going to talk about that, because you're not allowed to. Because you can't score your hand. So it actually shouldn't have been a goal by the letters of the law. It should have actually been it should have been a penalty to Liverpool and a red card for Gabriel, but there you go. But no one's actually spoke about that. I only heard one person speak about that today, this morning, on one of the TV sports shows. I can't remember what one it was now, or the radio, that someone said that today. So I didn't even notice it till I watched it again. And Arsenal got a bit dejected in the beginning of the second half because they went in at 1-1. They couldn't believe it. And then because Liverpool played with a double pivot at the start of the second half, because they started a double pivot at the start of the second half, guess what? Liverpool got on the ball. It was a totally different Liverpool. Liverpool started to create openings. The Emirates went really quiet. The Emirates started to go really quiet, and Liverpool started to get in the game. They started to play the ball, move the ball around, pass better. Yeah? And started to create and open chances of themselves. And then the two mistakes happened. And I keep saying this, and I will keep on saying this. It's not Jurgen Klopp's fault that Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker decided to have brain farts twice in that game. It's not the manager's fault them two decided to have brain farts. So I'm looking at the game in two halves. This is why I'm looking at the game. I've got a whole, but I'm looking at it in two halves. The first half, for me, Klopp picked the wrong lineup. He picked the lazy option, just replacing Gabriel as a Szoboszlai and keeping him on the right side, which didn't make sense, and having Gakpo on the right wing and Trent at right back. Defensively, that is just all wrong to go away at home to Arsenal. I think we could all agree with that. I think every one of us can absolutely agree with that. And I'm not having this tiredness bollocks talk. If anyone comes with this tiredness shit, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because Arsenal play the same team all the time. I don't want to hear tiredness stuff. I really don't. I really don't want to hear tiredness stuff, because we weren't tired before the Arsenal game. Can I just say that? No one was talking about Liverpool being tired before we played Arsenal. As soon as we lose to Arsenal, everyone brings up, we were tired. But no one was saying we were tired in the whole month of January, when we were playing twice a week. From New Year's Day to the end of January, Liverpool were playing twice a week. No one said we were tired. No one. Because we lost to Arsenal, everyone brings up the tired thing. And that drives me mad. I don't want to hear the tired stuff. I really don't. I really don't. Because no one said it before that. I don't know if anyone said we're tired on the chat, by the way. I ain't looking at the live. I ain't actually looking at the live chat right now. So if anyone's saying excuse, I'm not even picking on anyone in the live chat, because I'm not even looking at the live chat. I'm just saying it because this is what people have been talking about in general today. So I'm not even been looking at the live chat. So I'll talk to the live chat in a minute. Big up to all you guys, by the way. I'll go and speak to you guys in a minute. I just want to get it all off my chest. It's that first half for me, I think, where we were lucky to go in at 1-1. You know, it was an own goal, last second of the injury time. It was extremely full. You know, it still didn't count as a shot on target, by the way. So Liverpool didn't have a shot on target in that first half. So we got to 1-1. And in the second half, Klopp changed it around, went to 4-2-3-1, and everyone looked a little bit better. Yeah, everyone looked a little bit better. Even Trent in the start of the second half looked a lot better in that 4-2-3-1 formation. It just looked suited everyone a lot better. And we started to play our game. We started to play the ball. We started to pass the ball around, move around the pitch nicely. And then we made 2 stupid mistakes. You know, that won Arsenal the game. You know, Arsenal won that game literally through 2 mistakes through Liverpool Football Club. And that's happened a few times where we spoke about this already this season. That silly mistakes cost us sometimes. And, you know, Alisson and that having brain farts, that's them, ain't it? It's not down to the manager. But that first half, the way we set that team up, and then taking Trent off. So here's my thing with taking Trent off. I've seen a lot of people talking about Trent. Before I get to it, big up to the chat. Let me just go through everyone in the chat. You're all doing well. Big up Muller in the chat saying yesterday's performance is worrying. I think the first half, the second half when Klopp changed it, we went 4-2-3-1, and that looked a little bit. We looked more solid. I wish we started the game like that. If we started the game like that, I don't think this game ends in a 3-1 loss. In my opinion. But I do agree. Big up. Aaron says, I feel sorry for Gakpo. He's been moved around all over the place. Yeah, Cody Gakpo's got no identity at the moment. We're going to talk about that. Big up, Jeff. I'm tired. I'm tired of handing City the title over not winning the game that matters. Yeah, that is something. When we look back, God, I'm gonna get shit for this right now. I can feel it. I can already what I'm about to say. I can already feel the hate coming towards me right now. Should I say it? I'm gonna say it because I've got the guts to say it. Not a lot of people have because they rather just milk the man off, right? If we look back at it at the end of Jurgen Klopp's tenure, we always struggle to win the game that matters. I said it. I said it. Come at me. We always struggle to win the game that matters. We did it once, and that's the season we won the title. The season we won the title, we won the games that mattered, especially the Man City games. That Man City game at Anfield, that game mattered massively. We've done it once in the Klopp era. The games that matter, we struggle with. And everyone's going to come at me now. Yeah, everyone's going to come at me right now. I mean, if people want to come at me, I don't mind. But in my opinion, when we look back at the Jurgen Klopp era at Liverpool, we look at it with a big smile and like, that man was great for our football club. One of the greatest managers of the modern era at Liverpool Football Club. I wouldn't put Klopp in the lines of Shankly, Dalglish, and Paisley. For me, I think Klopp's fourth on the list. That's just my opinion. Everyone, you know, I think people might put Klopp over Dalglish because he won a Champions League, and obviously Dalglish lost the European Cup final in Belgium. We know, you know, and obviously then Liverpool were not in Europe for 5 years, so we never know. But so I suppose you can't put him. But Dalglish is a player, manager, and a manager. You know, won lots of trophies. So it depends where you want to put him in that order. But when we look back at it, we'll go look at Jurgen Klopp as one of Liverpool's greatest ever managers. A wonderful time. He brought Liverpool back. He's like a German scout, so we love the guy to death. We want statues of him and all this, and that's beautiful. But we will look back at it and go, the game that mattered, we never won. You know, the game that matters, we never won. You know, and there's something not quite right that sits with me with that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But a lot of you actually agree. So big up to all you like. I'll let that say it. Yep, it's true. You are right, Jamie. Great shout. Yeah, I agree. Saints fan here, and I agree. Big up, Justin. That's true, Jamie. We never turn out. It's true. That's it. But let's analyse the case exactly. Big up, K-Mac. Facts. Yeah. Big up, Skate Girl. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Frank in the house. Hope you're doing well, Frank. Yeah, be up. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's I think he's right. There was Shanks and Bob Knows Hole for 30 years. Yeah, it depends where you want to put Klopp, I suppose. Do you go Shankly, Paisley, Klopp, Dalglish? Some people will have Paisley, Shankly, Dalglish, Klopp. You know, it's them four, ain't it? It's them four. And whatever way you want to put them, whatever way you want to put them four managers in Liverpool's history, that is, I mean, you could look. There's a man that always gets forgotten at Liverpool, and that's Joe Fagan. Yeah, Joe Fagan won everything in one season. Yeah, he won almost everything Klopp won in 18 months. So it's just he's the forgotten man because he only wanted to do the job for was it 18 months he did the job and then he handed it over to Kenny and Kenny was player manager. Didn't Kenny as player manager win the double? If I remember rightly. Did he win the championship and the FA Cup? He won the double as player manager. That's just mad. But yeah, Fagan's always forgot about. Yeah, and he won. Didn't he win the League Cup, the European Cup, and the league? It's just mad. It's just mad. But what I think his name's Joe Fagan. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Frank. Obviously, Frank would know more of me. Big up, Frank. Yeah, 84, man. Did the job. Did the job. Did the job. But then Klopp took us from, and this is what's always going to be remembered about Jurgen. Klopp took us from disaster to where we are now as a club, you know, and built the club again and built the foundations and built what we got now. So wherever you want to put Jurgen in that top four of Liverpool's greatest ever managers, I'm not going to debate with you. If you want him first, you have him first. It's not an argument where I'm not going to debate about it. It's like Shankly built Liverpool. Paisley took over and conquered everything. But Paisley built Liverpool. Shankly built Liverpool. Paisley conquered Europe. Joe Fagan came, and then Dalglish conquered English football and carried on the legacy that left between Shanks and Paisley. And then Jurgen Klopp came along. And personally, for me, I think Jurgen Klopp is Liverpool's modern day Bill Shankly. Yeah, Bill Shankly didn't win a lot of trophies with Liverpool, but what he did, he rebuilt Liverpool into a bastion, as he says, a bastion of football. That is what Bill Shankly did, and that's why he's regarded as the greatest ever. Yeah, that's why he's so adored. But then Bob Paisley took that on and won everything. And now a lot of people have been saying, big up Lakers has been saying it as well, that you know, maybe Klopp is a bit like that. Maybe Klopp is the man that rebuilt Liverpool as a bastion, like of football, like Shanks did. and the next manager that takes over is the one who wins all the trophies. You know, that's what we hope for in that scenario, in my opinion. Yeah, Chelsea want Alonso apparently. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so they look. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are going to be freaking out about this because Chelsea are looking to get rid of Pochettino. No shock, he's useless, and try and get Xavi Alonso in. Now, if they think Xavi Alonso is going to leave Bayer Leverkusen when they're top of the German league, still in the Europa League, and probably second favourites to win that competition, to go to Chelsea mid-season in the way Chelsea are right now, knowing that Liverpool are probably going to offer him the job in June. Alonso ain't going to Chelsea. I won't worry about it. Alonso knows for a fact that Liverpool Football Club are going to offer him the job at the end of May when Klopp finishes at Liverpool. He's going to be offered the Liverpool job. So, and that's the job he wants. So, yeah, I don't think we have to. I don't think we have to worry about that. I really don't think we have to worry about it. Yeah, exactly. Klopp rebuilt Liverpool. That's why I say it's the modern day Shanks. That's why I always say Jurgen Klopp's the modern day Bill Shankly, because he did what Bill Shankly did in the 50s. But yeah, look, this game. So when I talk about all this, I'm not. People take digs. People think, oh, you're talking about how can you talk about Jurgen Klopp like this when we're winning all these games? How can you ever go at Jurgen Klopp like this when, how can we've lost only 2 games this season? You're one of them other ungrateful Liverpool fans. That's what I get called. I get called an ungrateful Liverpool fan because I just speak on what I think is the truth and what I saw. I'm not lying about anything right now. What I saw is an underperforming Liverpool team, and picked the wrong side for me. He went with the lazy option. Klopp got it wrong with his lineup and tactics. That's just in my opinion, yeah. No, it's just my opinion. But look, there's other things we've got to talk about. Let's talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. I love Trent. Everyone knows I love Trent. We all love Trent. But he's not a right back anymore. I don't want to see him at right back anymore. Look, when he does this, he's been fantastic this season, Trent Alexander-Arnold. One of the players of the year so far. There's no doubt about that. But he's not a player of the year playing right back. He plays in an inverted role. And most of the time, when Trent plays for Liverpool in this inverted role, he's playing in midfield, because he don't really spend much of his time in that right back area. He's basically sitting in an inside midfield area, or just sitting behind the midfield, in between the defenders and the midfield, in that area there. He's sitting in that position. He's not really out and out playing right back at this moment in time. He's playing in that inverted role. And yeah, it works because Liverpool have only lost once with Trent in that inverted role. Because, as we know, yesterday, Trent weren't playing inverted. Gomez was. Gomez was the one playing inverted yesterday, and Trent was holding the line. And holding the width, which don't suit Trent anymore. No, I thought he did. Don't suit Trent anymore. Trent's not that up and down right back anymore. He's just not. He hasn't got the defensive capabilities. And now, this is where I get annoyed with Trent at right back. When I see Arsenal's wingers, namely Martinelli, running into attacking areas, why do I always see Konaté going across doing one-on-one defending with Martinelli? Why is my centre back going from here to here to go one-on-one with Martinelli when my right back should be the one going one-on-one with a winger, not my centre back? That happens too much now for my liking. It happens too much for my liking now. Again, yesterday, all I'm seeing is Martinelli gets hold of the ball and quick counter attacks. And who's he going one-on-one with? And Martinelli's not cutting inside, guys. He's not cutting inside. Martinelli keeps the width. He runs down the line. And my centre-back in Konaté is the one going all the way across to go to Martinelli. So Martinelli's one-on-one with my centre-back instead of my right-back. Because my right-back is somewhere over there, lazily running back into position. And then when he does run into position, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't want to defend. Trent does not want to defend. For me, he's a midfielder now. He's a midfielder. I think Trent's also said it himself. He watches a lot of the best midfielders of the past. Trent said himself he's been watching videos of Pirlo and stuff like that, learning from their game as a midfielder. If that don't tell you everything you need to know where Trent thinks he should play, I don't know what will. Trent likes playing for England now. Why does Trent like playing for England now? Because England play him in midfield. You know, Trent wants to go and play for England. He likes playing for England now because they play him in midfield. Trent watches old videos of some of the best midfielders of all time. He's been talking about this constantly because he wants to play midfield. I just think we need to see him there now. We need to see him there. The inverted role works for Trent. The reason why Trent works in the inverted role and why he looks so happy at his job when he's playing the inverted role, because he goes into a midfield area and that's where he wants to play. So on paper, he's down as a right back, but in reality, when we're playing, he inverts into the midfield area and becomes a midfielder. And he can use his right foot and his left foot in midfield. That's why yesterday I wanted Trent to be the Szoboszlai replacement and put Trent in a double pivot with McAllister and play Joe Gomez at right back. That we would have had more of the ball, and Trent can go right foot and left foot, which is so important in that midfield area. He can go right foot and left foot, and he'll play the more dangerous pass into feet. You know, not always the safe option. And then you've got McAllister next to him and can do the same thing. Them two can keep the ball ticking over nicely. It would have worked much better. And when we went to 4-2-3-1, he took Trent off. And for me, if you're going 4-2-3-1, I didn't think Curtis Jones did anything yesterday. I think Curtis Jones was lucky to stay on the pitch. I said this yesterday with K-Mac. As bad as I thought Gravenberch was yesterday, I actually thought Curtis Jones was worse. Because the thing with Gravenberch, at least when he got hold of the ball, he was trying to run at Arsenal. He was trying to do something. He was trying to move the ball forward. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to play his natural game. Yeah? He's trying to play his game. He was willing to get the ball in tight areas and try and dribble and go past players. He was trying to play his game. Curtis Jones, for me, did nothing yesterday. And then we put him in a double pivot with McAllister. If you're playing a double pivot and going to 4-2-3-1, for me, that's perfect for Trent to sit in. You bring Curtis Jones off, you bring Robbo on, you put Robbo at left back, and you put Trent, and you put Gomez at right back, and you put Trent and McAllister in that double pivot. Then I've still got my creative player on the pitch. I've still got a creative player on the pitch. Because remember, a draw's not good enough. You know, it's 1-1. A draw's not good enough. We need to win this game, in my opinion. Draws kill you. You look at the end of the season, draws absolutely kill you. So McAllister and Trent sitting in that double pivot, it gives you more passing range in your midfield. It gives more possession of the ball in your midfield. And then you got another creative player in your midfield. But what did we do? Again, I think we did the lazy option and the lazy substitution. We just brought Harvey Elliott on. So we had a midfield of Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. And we're playing 4-2-3-1. That's the issue for me. Like, don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. I think that's just where they got it wrong yesterday. And then obviously the two goals that we conceded were not anyone's fault, but the people that made them mistakes. You know, I can't blame the manager for players making mistakes. That's just stupid. But them players made them mistakes. But for Trent, for me, in that first half of football, him playing at right back. Right, what is it, guys? Can I ask a question to everyone in the chat? I need you guys to answer me this question because I still don't understand it myself, right? When Trent plays, and this is not a diss on Trent, this has nothing to do with Trent, it's just because of the fact he plays. When Trent plays, guys, why do we play this side-to-side football? But when Trent don't play, why are we more direct? I need that answered. I still don't understand it. For the whole month of January, when Trent was injured, Conor Bradley played right back. Joe Gomez played left back, and we played through. Alexis McAllister through the middle, and we pressed more from the front, and we was more direct, getting the ball straight to the forwards, getting into wide areas, pressing from the front. But when Trent plays, and again, this is not a diss on Trent, it's not his fault. But when Trent plays us, why do we go side to side, side to side, side to side at the back? Give it to Trent. Trent tries a Hollywood pass. Doesn't work. Let's do it again. Side to side, side to side, side to side. Give it to Trent. Hollywood pass. But when he doesn't play, we don't do any of that. None of it. I'm just... it's just... And it's not on Trent. This ain't Trent's fault, by the way. It's tactically, I don't get why we revert. Like, we revert. Our worst game in the last 5 weeks, guys. It's not... Is it a coincidence? Guys, is it a coincidence that our worst game we played in the last 5 weeks is when Trent played? Is that just a coincidence? Or is there something more to it? Or is there something more to it? The worst we played. Like the worst we played since Trent's been injured, since Salah's been away, since Wataru Endu's been away. It's the worst we've played, in my opinion. It's the worst we played. Red does love the sideways pass. He certainly did. Redknapp the crab. It's just Trent's desire to defend or ability to defend isn't great. People say he's not natural at right back, but Bradley is a natural right winger. How does that not work? I've heard this loads of times. Big up Coppish as well. They were saying this yesterday. Callum said this yesterday. Big up the cow if he's watching or listening in. That James Milner, when he played right back, he's not a right back. But he looked like he wanted to defend more than Trent does when he's right back. And when Cal said that, I was like, right, actually. Every time James Milner played right back, he looked like he wanted to defend more than Trent does when he plays right back. I just feel like Trent's been one of our best players this year, right? He has been one of our best players this year, one of the best players in the league this year. No doubt about that. I'm not questioning the man's ability. But that's when he plays an inverted role. Yesterday, Trent didn't play an inverted role, guys. He didn't play inverted at all. He played down the line. He kept width. Gomez played inverted. Then Gomez went into midfield. Like, in the second half, I was like, what is going on? What am I watching now? They've all lost the plot. It's like, why is Trent not the one inverting? Gomez was inverting, Trent was keeping the width. I was like, nah, I understand one of our fullbacks inverts if one of them's not playing. So Trent hasn't been playing, so Gomez has been the one inverting off the left-hand side. I totally understand that. That's the way you want to play. But now Trent's back, Trent should go back to doing his inverting job, because as much as I don't like Trent at right back defensively, he's been doing this inverting job beautifully, and he's one of the best players in the league this season because of it, because he goes into that midfield area, and in that midfield area, Liverpool keep the ball better, so we're not getting absolutely tarnished in that right back area. That's why we've been conceding less goals, because we keep possession better in the midfield and don't get counted on so much. But when Trent is a right back and he's just going up and down the line and not cutting inside and not inverting, then we leave massive gaps in our midfield and we get exploited. It's just weird to me that our best footballer that can invert as a fullback didn't invert as the fullback and go into that midfield area. That's what is just a weird thing to me. I would have loved to see him do that, but one of them things, guys. One of them things. I just. Trent on the ball is as good as you find anywhere in world football, in my opinion. I think we can all agree with this, yeah? On the ball, Trent is as good as anyone you will find in world football. There's no doubt about that. That is why I'd rather have him in midfield or further up the pitch where he hasn't got to worry about defensive issues. But playing him as a proper out-and-out right back, playing Trent as an out-and-out right back now, in the way we play now and the way we've changed in our game, and especially when you've not got Szoboszlai there, right? So if Trent was right back, let's go back a bit. If Trent was playing right back yesterday, yeah, and Dominic Szoboszlai was fit, I don't think it would have been as much as a problem, because Dominic Szoboszlai, one, he's got good football IQ. Two, he's an athlete, yeah, and three, he's clever. Szoboszlai would have got into the areas where Trent would have left open. We've seen that before. Szoboszlai does it really well. He's running from box to box. His first is beautiful, yeah? It's what he's great at, yeah? He would have got in them positions if Trent wanted to be an old-fashioned fullback and go up and down the line, no inverting. Szoboszlai could have covered easily. Not a problem. But Gravenberch, playing on the wrong side of midfield as well, on the right side where he prefers playing the left or centrally, or a bit more advanced in the 10. And we're playing him on the right with Cody Gakpo and Trent on the right-hand side. And you're what? And everyone's what? Now I keep saying it, guys. You understand what I mean by Klopp picked the team sheet. The team sheet and the tactics he picked were wrong. They were just wrong. And it just, I think he overcomplicated things in that first half and realised he did. And this is what I will say to Klopp's benefit as well. Klopp realised he overcooked the egg in that first half and overcomplicated things where he didn't need to. And he changed it in the second half to 4-2-3-1. Liverpool got on the ball in the second half and started playing. And you could see that's what Klopp wanted us to do in the first half. So what I will say about Jurgen, yeah, he realised the mistake, changed it, and Liverpool got better in the second half. And what happened in the second half was mistakes. And that's not down to Jurgen Klopp's tactics or anything in the second half. Because in my opinion, Klopp did everything correct in the second half, tactically, set us up better in the second half, and we played better. But the two mistakes that led to Arsenal's 2 goals in the second half were down to individual errors and brain farts from Alisson and Virgil van Dijk. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And we But the first half, Klopp got it wrong, realised it, changed it in the second half, which I'm really happy about, because that just shows he knows he got it wrong as well. So people coming at me, oh, do you know Jurgen got it wrong? Or if you're so good, why don't you become a football manager? I hate all that crap, yeah. Jurgen knows he got it wrong, changed it in the second half, and you could tell. But the second half, individual errors happened that has got nothing to do with the manager, and so be it. But if you're doing a 4-2-3-1, you don't take Trent off. You put him in that 4-2-3-1 area. I think even Big Up Cal, I think he even mentioned that. You don't take Trent off if you're doing that. You put Trent alongside McAllister and you put Gomez at right back. Because didn't Luis Diaz play right back for the last 20 minutes? Just asking. I think Luis Diaz played right back for the last 20 minutes. Oh. So he took Trent off, played 4-2-3-1, took Trent off, put Gomez at right back, and Gomez, I think, went off, and Luis Diaz played right back. When in fact, he should have just put Gomez as right back and Trent in that 4-2-3-1 in the double pivot alongside McAllister. He's got things wrong yesterday. It is what it is, but we're allowed to talk about it. Things went wrong. Things went wrong. We're allowed to talk about it. It happened. It's our second loss of the season. In fact, I'm not going to say it's our second loss of the season. For me, it's Liverpool's first loss of the season because that Tottenham game don't count. I think we can all agree that Tottenham game does not count. So it's our first loss of the season, in my opinion. But the manager's got it a little bit wrong. He's allowed to, guys. The man is allowed to. He's human. Yeah, he's not a machine. He's human. He got a little thing wrong. You won't believe this, guys, but there's Liverpool fans out there on social media, some Liverpool fans in comments on YouTube channels and stuff like that don't believe Jurgen Klopp ever gets anything wrong. They either think it's all the players' faults, or it's the owners. It's either the owners or the players' fault. Anytime Liverpool drop points or lose a match, it's never, ever Jurgen Klopp's tactical errors or anything like that. Now, yesterday's game was two players' errors and Klopp's tactics. They were the two errors yesterday. Tactics and mistakes. They were the two errors. I will admit it. Other Liverpool fans won't because they don't like it. You can't take a shot. You're not allowed to. But that's what happened. Klopp got it a little bit wrong. It don't matter, guys. You can admit it. He just, for the first time this season, and we're in February, he got it a little bit wrong. So do it. It don't matter. It's not the end of the world. We move on and we carry on and win our next few games. It doesn't matter. But you can admit it, guys. People just don't like. They live in cloud cuckoo land sometimes, man. It's just people just live in cloud cuckoo land. But again, we didn't win the game that mattered. This is my thing as well. We didn't, under Jurgen Klopp again, we didn't win the game that mattered. And that is an issue. Didn't win the game that mattered. For me, that's a massive issue. That is a massive issue. Virgil van Dijk and Alisson were awful yesterday. I don't know what's up with them. Yeah, I will say them shaking hands at what I know. A lot of some people have got an issue with Alisson and Virgil shaking hands after the mistake. Now, I've not got an issue with it because they're too professional and too mature to start arguing with each other and slapping each other on the pitch. That's what they wanted to see. They were like, why ain't Virgil and Alisson going at each other, screaming at each other for that mistake? Because they're both professional and grown up enough to shake hands and go, we both fucked up there. Then Virgil admitting it in the interview after the game, saying pretty much I effed up. It's on me. That's down to me. I'm the captain. I big Van Dijk up for that. He didn't hide. He admitted his wrongs as the captain of this team, and we go again. I'm perfectly fine with that. But they had stinkers. We're allowed to say it. And I will say with Alisson, the two big games this season, away to City and away to Arsenal, Alisson's had brain farts in both games. Both games. 2 biggest games of the season, away to City and away to Arsenal, Alisson has cost us and had brain farts in both games. Now, this is not me not saying he's not a world-class goalkeeper, because he is, but that's not pretend it never happened. Can we not pretend it didn't happen? They both, Alisson in both the Arsenal away and the City away, he had brain farts in both them games. It happened. That's not pretend history never happened. That's not sit here and go, he's the best goalkeeper in the world, Jamie. What are you chatting about? He's the best goalkeeper in the world. But he also had 2 massive mistakes away to Arsenal and away to Man City this season. You know, let's not pretend it didn't happen, because it did. It happened. But it still doesn't mean he's not the best keeper in the world. You know what I mean? Mistakes happen. Darwin Nunes. Speak on Darwin Nunes. Darwin Nunes. Darwin Nunes has to start for Liverpool, in my opinion. He just does. We're not the same team when he don't play. We have no pace. 0 pace. You got Jota, no pace. Gakpo, no pace. Luis Diaz, no intelligence. That's your front three. It's your front three. No intelligence, no pace, no pace. Jota is a goal scorer. We never got Jota in any position of the pitch yesterday to be effective in front of goal. We never had no one running in behind once. The thing with Darwin Nunes, yeah, he's crap in front of goal. But my God, he stretches the opposition. He's a threat in behind. You know, what we were trying yesterday was them long balls up front, yeah? We were playing it from the back, and then Trent was trying them long balls up top, yeah? We had no one running in behind to stretch Arsenal the other way. We had no striker that turned Gabriel and William Saliba around to face their own goal, because Darwin Nunes was sitting on bench. Now, Klopp said Darwin Nunes hurt his foot. I think we've all seen the inside training videos, yeah? We've all watched inside training. Probably all of us watch Inside Anfield and Inside Training on Liverpool's YouTube channel. And we all watched it for ourselves. That Darwin Nunes turned up to training in flip-flops and then trained. So he was obviously fit. And if he's fit, he can play. So him starting on the bench, and I think Klopp said it was tactical as well, that he was on the bench. It wasn't because of a knock or anything. It was tactical. I just find that mad. I just find that Darwin has to play. He's pacing behind. He stretches the opposition. He will run at defenders. He'll run at fullbacks. He needs to start. He has to start these games. He has to. I think it was a mistake not having him start. I really do. I don't want to go too much into the Darwin thing, but it's just my opinion. Ibu's red card. Right. I didn't want to talk about the refs that much, because I don't think the referees cost us the game or anything like that. I'm not saying that. Right. I will say this though. How was Gabriel not sent off the same as Konaté? And just someone tell me now. Someone tell me now. Gabriel committed exactly the same fouls as Konaté and never got sent off. He got 1 yellow card. But he committed exactly the same fouls numerous times. Never got sent off. If you're sending off Konaté, Gabriel should have been sent off as well. And I will say this about Arsenal fans. So I've seen Arsenal fans talking about, Liverpool mentioned like Gabriel Saliba and Gabriel and Saliba to like Konaté and Van Dijk. They know, Liverpool fans need to hold that. They're nowhere near. Right. You won the game, Arsenal. Fair and square, by the way. Arsenal, you won the game fair and square. But are we pretending that Gabriel weren't absolutely shit yesterday? Gabriel was shocking yesterday. Absolutely shocking. Did you see his own goal? Yeah? His own goal was terrible. Then he was getting bullied around at times. Then he's fouling players left, right and centre. Gabriel weren't good yesterday. No, and Saliba, He had a few hiccupy moments as well. I just don't. This whole, you got to get over yourselves, guys. Gabriel should have seen red the same as Konaté yesterday. Should have seen. And the other thing that annoys me more than anything in the world is Mikel Arteta. Why is Mikel Arteta allowed to stand on the pitch? Can someone tell me this right now? Why is Mikel Arteta allowed to stand on the pitch? You are not allowed to leave your technical dugout. This is what we were all told. Klopp keeps getting fined and suspended and yellow carded every time he leaves his technical dugout. Arteta was never in his technical dugout for the whole game. He was standing on the pitch. At times, we were trying to take a throw, and Arteta was in the way. And the fourth official at one time had to move Arteta for us to take a throw. But no one told him to go back in his... I don't get that. I don't get why he's allowed to do it. It annoyed the shit out of me. And then copying Klopp's celebration at the end. Oh my God, it does my head in. So Arsenal fans have nicked that LA song. First off, they stole that. Then Arteta steals Klopp's celebration at the end with the most robotic. God, it's so robotic. He looks so uncomfortable doing it. Then he go out in the crowd and go. Get over yourself. You look like a knob. It's just that does my head in. That all did my head in. It did my head in. I hate all that sort of stuff. It just it wound me up. But yeah, I thought Ibu. If he got them 2 yellow cards and a red, I think Gabriel should have been sent off too, because he was doing exactly the same fouls. And we've got to give it to Arteta, and I'm slagging Arteta off and winding him up with it. It just wound me right up, that did. But Arteta tactically was better than Jurgen Klopp yesterday as well. We've got to give Arteta that. Tactically, he was just better than Jurgen Klopp yesterday. You have to sit here and admit that. No, he's just... Yeah, Dom was very missed yesterday. He was very missed. What did everyone think of this? Because I didn't see this bit because I came to my match reaction straight after the final whistle. So I only saw this last night. But in everyone's opinion, what do you think of that? The Arsenal players celebrating, taking pictures after the final whistle. And was it Odegaard taking the cameraman's camera and taking pictures of him and him taking pictures of him and eventually wanking each other off and having lots of fun and all that on the pitch? I literally thought for 1 minute Odegaard was just going to pull his cock out. I literally thought for 1 second it was just going to pull his cock out and get the cameraman and start sucking him off. I'm telling you right now, they were minutes away from that happening. They were so excited. They were minutes away. Odegaard was like, he had the camera like that, and I bet a thought went through his mind. I thought, oh, I'm so hard right now. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh man. Celebrate like that when you've won the league, Arsenal. That's all I'm going to say. Because if you lose to West Ham, here's the thing. If Arsenal drop points next weekend to West Ham and Liverpool beat Burnley, this result never happened. That's why you got to be careful about celebrating like that. That's why you got to be careful, because it can embarrass you. That's why I'm like, I never like teams, my team especially, over celebrating, because it can hurt you. Because if Arsenal don't beat West Ham next weekend and they drop points and Liverpool beat Burnley, then they go 5 points behind Liverpool yet again. And the game against Liverpool never happened. That's why you got to be very careful about this over celebration stuff. I think you should celebrate beating a team like Liverpool. This is Arsenal's biggest win of the season. So they should celebrate because they've beaten a ginormous team in Liverpool and it's their biggest win of the season, yeah? By the way, they're still 2 points behind us. My thing with them over-celebrating yesterday, this is my thing on the over-celebration. Let them celebrate. You should celebrate a win. I've got no problem with that. But the over-celebration when they're still not above us in the Premier League and all that result made happen, like Roy Keane said it yesterday, Jamie Carragher said it yesterday, the only thing that's done is make Man City win their next 2 games and go top of the league. Arsenal don't realise it. They're over-celebrating. If they drop points away to West Ham next week and Liverpool and Man City win next weekend and Man City win tonight, if Man City win tonight and Liverpool and City win next weekend and Arsenal drop points to West Ham, they're going to look absolute dicks. They're going to look like absolute dickheads. You know, you can celebrate, but don't over-celebrate. It's this madness to me. You know, they're taking pictures of each other, they're sucking each other off, they're having great times. They're shaking each other by the cock, you know. Oh, yeah, great. They're doing a Tom Garrett, you know what I mean? It's just, it's just, you better win next week against West Ham because if you don't, you're fucked. If they don't win against West Ham next week, do you know how everyone's going to come for the Arsenal fan base and Odegaard pictures? Everyone's going to come at them. Everyone's going to come at them. And also, right, guys, let me know in the chat. Did Arsenal go above us in the league last night? I just need to know. Yes or no in the chat. Did Arsenal go above us in the league last night? Or are they still 2 points behind? Just asking. Just asking for a friend. That means it's still in our advantage and not Arsenal's. Yeah. Just wondering. Yeah. I'm just. That's what I'm saying, Bizzle. I don't mind them celebrating, but the over-celebration, Bizzle, if they don't beat West Ham next week and Liverpool, Man City win their games next weekend, then the Liverpool Arsenal game never happened. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Nope. No, they're still looking up at us. So that means we still got it in our hands, yeah? So Liverpool still actually have, even Liverpool losing yesterday, Liverpool still have everything in their hands. If Liverpool win every game from today, if Liverpool win every game from this weekend till the end of the season, Liverpool are Premier League champions. This is what I mean by the over-celebration. I think it was a bit immature. I do think Gary Neville was right about it. I think it's all happy celebrating. Arteta can do the fist pumps to the crowd like Klopp does, and the players can go around clapping the fans and cheering each other on. I'm all right with all that because that's what every team should do. But the over-the-top celebrations with the photos and posing and all this sort of stuff is like, whoa. Chill your horses because you've not won anything just yet. You're actually still 2 points behind the team you just beat, who still have the title in their own hands. You know, if Liverpool win from Saturday till the end of the season, Liverpool Premier League champions. Why are you taking pictures of each other? You know, Arsenal only have to drop points. This is what I'm trying to say. Arsenal, if they just draw to West Ham and Liverpool beat Burnley, there's a 4-point gap. That means they need Liverpool to drop 4 points. So don't over-celebrate. It's stupid. But this is what we need from our next games, man. Especially our next 2 games. I think we've got Burnley and Brentford in our next 2 games. Liverpool need to win both of them. That's what Liverpool need to do, guys. They need to win both their next 2 games. It's a must. It's an absolute must. Go and win your next 2 games. Go and beat Burnley. Go and beat Brentford. I believe it's Brentford in our next game. Is it Brentford, guys? Let me have a look at the... Let me just have a look at Liverpool's fixtures here. Oh, by the way, the Premier League. Thank you very much for giving us a midweek game against Luton 3 days before a cup final. Fucking pricks. You know what I'm saying? That's nice of them, ain't it? Yeah, we won't give Liverpool a week off for a cup final. Why would we do that? You can play Luton in midweek on a Wednesday night, where we're probably going to have to play our first team, like we don't get any injuries for a cup final. Cheers, the Premier League. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, they gave us Brentford at 12:30 for the 8th time this season, or whatever ridiculous. Oh, God. The Premier League hate us, man. The Premier League. The Premier League hate us. Can we just get down to it now? The FA and the Premier League hate us. So, constant 12:30 kickoffs. Having to play Luton midweek before a cup final, where I believe Chelsea have got a week off for the cup final and might have a new manager by then. So we're going to have to play our first. Nah, fuck yous. Oh, yeah. I see what you're doing here. So Liverpool have got Burnley at 3:00 on Saturday. A good old fashioned 3:00 game on Saturday. Might do a watch along for that. Brentford, Liverpool, 12:30 the following Saturday. And then obviously, and then we got Luton in midweek. Thank you very much. And then we got Chelsea on the 25th of February in the cup final. Lovely. So Liverpool should win their next 3 Premier League games. They're at home to Burnley. We should absolutely smash the granny out of Burnley. Away to Brentford will be a difficult game, especially at 12:30 in the bloody afternoon. But I'd rather actually play Brentford in the daytime than under the lights, because Brentford away from home in nighttime kickoffs, in the evening kickoffs, it's a bit more tricky with the atmosphere. So I'd actually rather play Brentford at a lunchtime kickoff. I think we'll do Brentford away. I actually think that 12:30 kickoff actually benefits us. I think that's the first 12:30 kickoff that's actually benefited us this season, because Brentford in the afternoon at 12:30, I think, will be an easier game than it would be if it was a 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday, or a 5:30 or an 8:00 kickoff in midweek. Then we're at home to Luton on the Wednesday. And then we got Chelsea in the cup. Nice. And then we got Nottingham Forest away, and then the Man City game. So Liverpool should be winning their next 3 Premier League games. Liverpool need to. They've not even put the Luton game on TV either. So not only have we got to play midweek, they're not even putting it on TV. So yeah, that just yeah, the Luton game got rescheduled for the midweek game. I think it's on Sky. Let me know if it's not, guys. I swear they said the other day that it got moved to the midweek game on the Wednesday. I swear it did. I think it got moved to the midweek game. Yeah, let me just read it out. Yeah, due to the Reds' involvement, this is on Liverpool's website, guys. Due to the Reds' involvement in the Carabao Cup final late this month, the match against Luton will now take place at Anfield on Wednesday, the 21st of February at 7:30 p.m. So yeah, it's at Wednesday, the 21st. 4 days before the cup final. 4 days before the cup final, Liverpool going to be made to play Luton, because the Luton game was meant to be on the Sunday, the 25th. So they've moved it to midweek at 7:30 p.m. on the Wednesday. That's on Liverpool's own website, guys. Mad. And the FA Cup is 3 days after as well. It's just It's just, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So Chelsea get a week off. Liverpool got to play the game they're meant to play on the weekend. Has the FA ever made that anyone else do that, by the way? Has anyone ever, as Man City, if they played them League Cup finals in the last few years like they have done, have they ever had to go and play midweek because the game can't happen on the weekend? I can't remember. It's like it only happens to us. Mad. Absolutely mad. But yeah, our next 3 games, guys, are Burnley at home, Brentford away, Luton at home. For me, that should be 9 points. No excuses. If Liverpool go and win them 3 games, get 9 points, and Arsenal slip up in one of their 3 games coming up as well, and drop points in one of their 3 games, then what happened against Arsenal don't really matter. But yeah, we move. And then we've got the cup final at the end of the month, which is going to be excellent. And then we've got Nottingham Forest and Man City. We should win every game up to the Man City game, in my opinion. No reason why not. We should literally win every game. We should beat Burnley. We should beat Brentford. We should beat Luton. We should beat Chelsea in the League Cup final. And then we should beat Nottingham Forest away. So Liverpool should really win all their next 4 Premier League games, win a cup before they play Man City. That's what has to happen for me. If that happens, we should be all right, man. We should be all right. Because we're Liverpool. Liverpool have to play. You know, what did they try and make Liverpool do last time? Remember when Liverpool got into the World Club, the World Club final in South America, and they tried to make Liverpool play a League Cup game 24 hours before we were going to the World Club Championships. So we had a game in the other side of the world, the World Club Championships, and 24 hours before we had a League Cup game. And they wouldn't postpone it. But what happened with Man City? They postponed Man City's one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's on Liverpool's website, man. Just go on Liverpool's main website. I'll share it here. I will share it. There you go, guys. So there's Liverpool's main website, as you can see. There you go. Due to the Reds' involvement in the Carabao Cup final later this month, the match against Luton will now take place at Anfield on Wednesday, February the 21st, with kick-off at 7:30 p.m. There we go. Yeah, they let Man United pull out the FA Cup entirely. Yeah, Man United were allowed to pull out the FA Cup. They moved Man City's fixtures around, but Liverpool, no. No, you got to play Luton in midweek instead of later on in March. And when you went to the World Club Championships, you had to play 2 games in 48 hours. That's what they expected. They expected Liverpool to play, was it Aston Villa in the League Cup, and then 24 hours later fly to South America, was it, to play in the World Club Championships? Yeah, because that's that. Yeah. Don't do us any favours, will you? Yeah, I swear we're the only club they move the fixtures forward and not back. Exactly. It seems deliberate now, don't it? It just seems deliberate now. It just seems like it's on purpose. But hey, guys, big up to everyone. Thanks for joining me, guys. I do appreciate it. Listen, guys, I'll be back tomorrow around the same time. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow. We're going to be talking about all the players coming back for the big games coming up. You know, we've got a certain player back. What time is it, guys? If you're new around here, if you're not new around here, can you tell everyone what time it is? What time is it, guys? I want to know in the chat right now. What time is it? Because we're going to be talking about it tomorrow. What time is it, guys? Let me know. It's endo time. You know it is. We're going to be talking about the man, the myth, the legend tomorrow. So make sure you're back here tomorrow, guys. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to share the stream, like and subscribe on your way out. Big up to everyone who's new that's been subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate it. Big up to Jen, who's been a member for 13 months as well. Says big up, Jamie, to you and the family. Thank you very much. Appreciate all my members. If you want to join and become a member of the channel, the join button is below. If you do that, it helps out the channel. It makes me create a better channel and a better environment for everyone to be around. And it all goes into that. So big up to everyone. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.